So you've probably wanted one of these cars. Now you're probably wondering why I'm doing this at a car wash bay, but my name is Thunder and this is Thunder Vlogs, and it's kind of what I do here. But I have a couple things I gotta talk about before I actually hop into this car. But yeah. Alright, well now that I'm actually in kind of an area that's probably been unseen on the channel before. This is my my storage unit where I keep car parts. They don't call me Thunder high quality production. They call me Thunder Vlogs. But yeah, my name is Thunder. This is Thunder Vlogs. A couple of things I want to say before we actually get into the video. First off, I want to say huge shout out to my girlfriend because if it wasn't for her, I actually wouldn't be filming this video. Yesterday, she told me to do something that wasn't going to stress me out, and so the first thing I thought about doing was recording a video with my dream car. So, you know, that's how it is. The other thing is, next video, guaranteed 100%, is going to be about my energy drink business, Thunder Fuel, aka the full channel sponsor. So, more on that literally in the next video. So, we'll get there eventually. When we get there, we'll get there when we get there. Basically, is how it's going to go. But, I kind of want to talk about the car because I'll probably have already played a clip in the video, but this is my 2023 Toyota GR86, and I just washed this thing, and clearly this thing cannot stop getting dirty. So I like, the car wash is not even a mile down the road, and it's already filthy. So that's how it is. I know you're probably looking at it going, "Oh, it's not that filthy." Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. 100% it is. But this car is the perfect car, the perfect daily driver, the perfect weekend driver, and you know, the whole 9 yards. But I'll kind of get into it in just a little bit on why this car is so perfect. But first, a cold startup on my 2023 Toyota GR86. Okay, scratch what I just said. I lied. I forgot this isn't a cold startup. I just drove this here, so technically it's more of like a warm startup, but it still gets you a little bit of a sound of what it sounds like on startup, but also with an echo chamber of the storage unit behind me. I also gave a couple baby revs, and then we gotta get out of here. Alrighty, so the big thing that I guess is about this car. So the big thing about this car is, if you're buying this car, if you're wanting to own this car, it's for literally one of only a couple reasons. Reason number one, you've had a child and you want a car, but you can't drive something that's going to be like too out of the budget, but yet you want to have fun, so you buy a GR86. You make the girlfriend or the wife or the fiance happy, whatever it is. Two, you want a fun, lightweight sports car to drive around the corners, and you are looking at this car, a Mazda Miata, and like an old Nissan 350Z. Or C, you drive a boring car and you just want to look for something fun because you've never had a sports car a day in your life. So you go after a GR86 or a BRZ. Well, the number one question I get asked all the time is, do you like the car? And well, let's just... You tell me. That's just the one gear. But I'll show you here in just a little bit on what I mean about this car. This car is by far my dream car. Obviously, I'm driving my car. Obviously, I own the car. But this is by far my favorite car I've ever owned, and my favorite car I've ever driven. And I've driven all sorts of cars. I've owned all sorts of cars. So by saying that, it actually is, you know, it's a big deal. It's a big thing to say, and a lot of people don't understand why, because they'll say the car is slow. Well, the car is not that slow. Okay, let's get that point blank out of the question. This car is not that slow. A Mazda Miata is slower than this car. A Grand Caravan is slower than this car. A current modern day Chrysler Pacifica is slower than this car. A Dodge Charger RT, a Dodge Challenger RT. Both of those cars are slower than this car. Well, I say slower, they're probably about the same. But it's not about that. It's the fact that I could drive around town and get about 22 to 25 miles a gallon doing dumb shit. And somehow on the highway get over 30 miles a gallon. Like, that's crazy. Now, the other thing is when owning this car, one thing you have to get over the fact is that if you're buying a Toyota, it's not a Toyota. It's a Subaru. Okay, let's say what it is. It's a Subaru. If you look at everything else on the car, it's going to say Subaru. My car doesn't say Subaru. My car says every other brand under the book because everything's been replaced because I have a bunch of aftermarket parts. But it's, at the end of the day, it's a Subaru. The motor's a Subaru. The chassis from the Subaru factory. The suspension's a Subaru suspension. Like, there's only slight things that are different about this car than the Subaru. But at the end of the day, it's still a Subaru. It's still made in the same factory as Subaru. So, you're buying a Subaru. Now, the other thing is, this car is a very raw feel. It's as raw gets. This has a very dated infotainment system. It's a manual transmission that isn't assisted in any way, shape, or form. The clutch, you can feel pretty much everything on the clutch. It's a very weird clutch to get used to, but it's a very good clutch. The steering, for an electrical steering, it is a very responsive electrical steering. You get every feel that you ever want to feel through the steering from an electric steering. Like, it is really, really good. Now, here pretty soon, I will show you just what I mean by this car is perfect. Now, obviously the exhaust and the intake are changed out of this car. On the intake, I have a GR Performance intake. If you're going to put an intake on this car, do the GR Performance intake. The parent system is what I wanted originally. It's pretty solid, but I'd say the GR Performance is pretty good as well. The exhaust is an AW track exhaust. It's not a touring. It's not a valve system. It is as straight back as it gets, which makes it fun. Suspension is so-so. It's like, it's a sports car. You can't really expect much. But the seats are super comfy. I got the premium trim, or the premium trim for the GR86, which gives you these beautiful suede Alcantara and leather side seats. They're heated, which is fantastic. Dual climate, which is great for me and great for my girlfriend. My girlfriend likes to be cold. I don't like to be that cold. Like, I like to be cold, but I don't like to be cold. So it works out. But the other thing is, this car is really easy to drive. It's really easy to take anywhere. I can parallel park it anywhere. I can take it anywhere. It's super easy to drive around, both around town, on a back road, and just, it like, this corner, I just took it hella sharp, and it's so planted. And just like that, I went from like 30 miles an hour to 75 in the snap of my fingers. Rolling in 2 gears, and I haven't even hit 6th gear yet. I could easily put myself in 6th gear if I wanted to drive boring and slow. On this car, also, I don't know if you can see it, so I'll have to see if I can point it out in the video, in the editing. I have wind buffeter, I don't know what they're called. It helps with the wind buffeting. when I'm about 50 miles an hour, the wind buffeting is really, really bad. Right now, it's not terrible. I'm doing 57 miles an hour right now, and the wind buffeting isn't terrible. If I didn't have those things on, you would hear that like really loud, like helicopter flopping noise to the point where you would have to roll up the windows and it becomes unbearable. It's a very night and day difference, but you would know unless you drove a car without them, and then, well, my car. And I don't know about you all, but I like driving with the windows down. I like to hear all the noises, the induction noises, the exhaust noises. Especially when I downshift, you hear the crackles and pops. Rev matching is just so easy. The other thing is, in other sports cars, you really can't do that, right? You can't do that in your Mustang or your Camaro or your Dodge Challenger or your Dodge Charger. You can't go in the corners, and I wasn't even flat-footed yet. I was probably about I'd say about 3/4 of the way, so half. And it's quick. Now I'm about to show you my favorite road of all time. A road that I have taken pretty much every fun car I've ever driven down. That's a couple cars, because I wasn't in the state. But you're about to find out just exactly what I mean. Swing around this guy since he wanted to go halfway in the fucking intersection. Of this road and how fast I'm going to take it, definitely doing legal speed, not to be confused with illegal speeds. It is yeah, we're going to take it nice and windows up. This road is not too far from my house, so like if you saw my last video, I went pretty far. I drove quite a bit, probably about an hour and a half away from where I live. This one, not even 15 minutes down the road. I don't even have to take this road this fast to enjoy this road. This part's kind of fun. I don't know if the camera's ever going to pick it up since my camera has a really good stability system. But these hills have a lot of G-force to them. Like this hill right here, if I wasn't in track mode, I'd be able to read it. Oh. I can't get the G's out of these past couple of turns just because of the car in front of me. I have to go about 65 miles an hour in order to hit him. This road also has a tendency of being rough. And people don't like to do the speed limit. Like the cars in front of me. Oh, G-forces. Now, if there wasn't cars in front of me, I would not be hitting my brakes in these turns. I would just full throttle through. Actually, probably not. I can kind of feel rocks in my tires. But don't worry, we'll hit around too. We'll flip around. Because my favorite part of this road actually happens to be on the back half of this road. You'll see exactly what I mean in just a little bit. This road isn't very long. It's the only downside about it. The view's pretty good. Again, my favorite part for both the actual driving aspect of it and like the actual scenery itself is not this part of the road. This part's pretty scenic, but if you guys heard that induction noise, that was insane. This car likes to make a really good, like, right when you close the throttle, it makes a whoosh. But it has to be like decent throttle. It can't be like a little bit of throttle. Now we're getting to my favorite part of the road, if I can even enjoy it. This tends to be a thing where, like, when I'm recording, I can't enjoy the roads that I want to enjoy. These sharp, windy twisties that are coming up here, mixed with the pine trees on the sides. Really wish I could enjoy this. Hearing it rev out, it's incredible. I mean, this thing redlines at 7,500 RPMs, and I've actually hit that before. Don't recommend it. Not unless you have upgraded seals. But revving it out is just so addicting. It really is. I hear people have to turn on their shift warning because it's that addicting. Let me tell you, for personal experience, yes it is. Yes, it is. And with this having a Subaru Boxster motor, or a Boxer motor, I keep calling it Boxster, it's Boxer, like the dog. This thing is very low to the ground. It's got a really good center of gravity. It's a very 50-50 weight distribution. Very stress relieving. Diving into the corners. Not even gonna touch my brake. I'm actually on throttle right now. This thing will actually build speed in the corners. It'll probably build speed in the corners faster than it will actually go in a straight line, which is crazy. I went from about 40 miles an hour to almost 60 miles an hour within just that corner alone. Just like that, the the road has basically come to an end. Because now it's just a bunch of straightaways. Yeah. And the thing is I'm barely putting my foot in the throttle at all. And it's just going so fast. So quick. It's a zippy little car. Really easy to maintain too. One of the next videos too that I'm going to be uploading, not the next one but the one after it, is an oil change, because in about 100 miles I will hit about that time to do my oil change, which will be my second one since I've owned this car, like I explained in the last video. Alright, I'm going to turn around and I'll catch you guys going back on that road. Just so planted. Just so planted. I didn't hit my brakes at all in that turn. I actually, like this one, I'm going to hit my brakes. Just a downshift. And because there's gravel in multiple different spots, I'm not trying to grab the gravel. Probably could downshift here. That guy is living his life. Oh, there's a guy in front of me. I think as long as he goes the speed limit, I'll be alright. Sharp left turn, into the turn, full throttle. I'd say my tires are probably warm. The car says it's 83 degrees outside. It did say it was 95 earlier, and I doubt that it's actually cooled off. I actually don't even know what the temperature is. But I am having an absolute blast right now. Oh, hard stuck. Hard stuck to that corner. A little bit of brakes there since there's a car in front of me. But still on throttle. This guy's gonna ruin the fun. Ooh, you hear that? Two things. Number one, the induction noise. Number two, the crazy crackles and pops. I'd say that the crackles and pops are halfway to do with the exhaust, because no matter what, if you put an exhaust on a GR86, it will crackle and pop. But if you add an intake, I think it'll add a little bit more drama to that. It wouldn't surprise me. Just so smooth. Just so smooth. It's so fun to do little blips like that. The only thing I will have to say is that these tires Stock tires on a GR86/BRZ are noisy. If I wanted to go around that turn just a little bit quicker, I probably could have downshifted, but I'm in third gear, about 3,200 RPMs, and I was pretty solid going up the hill and in a sharp left turn. So down on the throttle and then out the layer. Gravel, you really have to be careful. Even if the tires are warm and sticky, you get rocks in that, or if you get gravel in your tires, you will slide, guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now we're just gonna cruise. Actually, let me tell you, if you didn't know if you wanted a GR86 now, I bet you do now. Well, or if you didn't know if you wanted a GR86 before, I bet you do now, because that drive alone was fun. And I try to find roads like this kind of all over the place, and it's not easy. Let me tell you, it definitely ain't easy. I live in the state of Missouri. I get lucky. I definitely get lucky with the roads I can get around me. But sometimes you really risk it, because you might find a road where it looks great on Google Maps until you look at it further down the road and it turns to gravel in the middle of the road. You'll typically find a sign that says like county maintenance ends here, or something like that. And yeah. Alright. This is everything you should need to know about wanting to own a GR86. If you are ever considering one, the best thing to do, buy one. If you're thinking about it, just buy one. Drive it, enjoy it, appreciate it. I mean, look at this car. It looks beautiful. Obviously, I have a couple issues like this guy right here. I need to put some fresh tape on that guy to hold it in place. One of these carbon mirrors have come off. But again, those are aftermarket parts. You don't really have to worry about those. But I mean, look at this. This car is so pretty. And I keep looking at it every single time I park it somewhere, because it's like, this car is just eye-catching. These wheels, I love these wheels. But as far as that goes, that is my GR86. And if you are ever thinking about one, buy it. You won't regret it. That is all I have for today. I will catch you guys in the next vlog, whenever that is. But it'll kind of be more of like a advertisement, if you will. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.